As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.
One of the most frustrating things that I have noticed since I've been on this app and being able to speak about what I feel and what my perspective on certain things is, I've noticed that I am increasingly growing tired of the Black community. I'm sick of it. I'm tired. It's like I could literally go on and on talking about why this shit is so annoying. I'm tired of the victim mentality. That's number one. And listening to people that are successful and they're Black telling you you're oppressed has to be a mental disorder, right? Black people constantly playing victim to situations you create has to be a mental illness. It has to. I've seen videos of Black men saying, I walk around with a gun. And it ain't for a white person. It's for another Black person. When it comes to Black people playing the victim and that we're supposed to be oppressed by the white man because their ancestors enslaved ours, let's speak some facts here. Black people sold us into slavery as well. Slavery was a business back in the day. But we Black people that feel like we're victims, even though we have every opportunity to be successful, is ridiculous to me. I am actively teaching my kids, you can be whatever you want. You just have to put the hard work in. You have to be dedicated. You have to be motivated. In the face of adversity, you still have to keep going. That's what I'm teaching my kids. I'm teaching my kids to be victors. And Black people of America, wake the hell up. You've been played. We've been played. And then I fault, like I said, the Black politicians and all of the Black celebrities that are sitting on major wealth that are trying to come out every 2.5 years to tell you you're oppressed. Like, these people are full of like, how are you rich as a Black American and then try to say that you're like the Black Americans are oppressed and we can't get ahead in life because of the white man? Like, if you guys really open your minds and close your emotions, you would really see how we've been being screwed. But I am breaking that generational curse of feeling like that. My kids will be successful in Jesus' name.
It truly is a generational curse. The victim mindset. Can't move forward because you're always looking back.
Why do white people adopt Black children? It's a real question for me.
You serious?
Because you keep throwing them away.
Bop, boom, pow.
Maybe if Black mothers would stop having random children with random men without being married and having a family to keep that child in, there wouldn't be so many Black children to adopt.
You ain't lying.
Also, while you're on the internet running your mouth, how many children can you adopt? Probably 0, because you don't qualify, because you have to have a family.
Gotcha.
You have to be financially sound. See, this is how the process works. First, they reach out to the immediate family, any blood relatives, and try to get somebody to take that child. That didn't work. Then they try to find a child with a family they can connect with, same race. That didn't work. And they had no choice but to put the child with a white tea family who was willing to take the child. So instead of asking why are white tea people adopting Black people, why don't you ask, why are there so many Black children up for adoption?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Aren't y'all the most educated? Aren't y'all making the most money that any other group of Black women have ever made? So why aren't you adopting Black babies?
That's a great question. Where's all the Black families stepping up to adopt these Black babies? All the smoke for the white community, but none for your own. Lady, I think you're a part of the problem.
Black fatigue is a thing. Newsflash. White people don't want to live around ratchet Black people. And black people don't want to live around ratchet black people. I mean, it's nothing like going to the Walmart on a Sunday morning and then you see the bonnet crew walk in. Loud, obnoxious, the kids are everywhere, in every aisle, unattended. And that's anywhere you go, no matter what. They're highly emotional, highly sensitive. You can't say nothing. You can't even smile and hold the door for them because they'll look at you like you're crazy. And always the victim of something.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Either you stepped on a shoe, you looked at them wrong, you told them good morning. They're never happy, they're never satisfied. And you wonder why normal, good black people move out of the hood as soon as they start getting successful. I was one of those black people that said, man, if I made some money, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna buy up this, buy up that. I'm gonna support the community. As soon as I got my money, I got the fuck up out of there because they don't know how to appreciate good shit. And my suburban kids don't need to be dealing with that bullshit. Crab in a barrel mentality. Never take accountability for nothing. So yeah, black fatigue is a thing. And I'll tell you, a lot of people are tired. They're tired of dealing with these kind of people on a daily basis. I mean, I get anxiety when I walk inside of a mall nowadays. I mean, because you got these YNs running around and they don't respect nothing. So I don't care what anybody says. White America is tired of you, and we are too.
There's black people, and then there's ninjas. In 2025, we're drawing a line in the sand. We are not the same.
So in today's society, it's perfectly fine for someone who looks like me to say black power. But when a Caucasian person flips it and says white power, they're viewed as racist. Someone who looks like me can say black-owned business. But when a white person says support white-owned business, deemed racist. See where I'm getting at? Now, if someone who looks like me says, I'm only going to date within my race, no one even bats an eye. But if a Caucasian person says it, oh my goodness. So then say someone's rebuttal to that is, oh, well, once upon a time, black people were seen as less than in society. Well, let's just say some black people owned other black people, but that's a whole other conversation. We won't go into that. Also, black people in society were not the only ones that were seen as less than. You have Asians, you have a lot of other people in America that have gone through things and are not saying woe is me. But let's follow that logic through, right? So say black people were seen as less than, therefore we need to use this we are powerful, we are beautiful, whatever, right? Insert black in front of it. At what point does that stop? 100 years down the line? 20 years down the line? You see where I'm getting at? If you're saying this is us, this is okay, and this is you, and this is not okay, where is progress to happen, right? I think Morgan Freeman says it perfectly. He says, if you want racism to end, stop talking about it. Stop talking about race. Now, the only reason I'm talking about race right now is because it's very prevalent. We are, as a society, obsessed with race, mostly from the left. But yeah, conservatives such as myself have to talk about it to bring light and to show the hypocrisy that is continuing to happen every day. Everyone's beautiful. All lives matter. Just getting that clear.
All lives do matter, but double standards do exist. The color of your skin determines the standards you fit into. If you're white, you're the oppressor. If you're black, you're the victim. My question is this forever?
You sit there and say that black people have privilege when they don't. For example, if a police were to pull you over, you're not going to have the same privilege as your counterparts. They have more privilege than you.
That's an assumption.
That's not an assumption.
What privilege do these guys have?
That's not an assumption.
What privilege do they have that I don't?
They're white. Like the example that I gave you, if a police...
Just white by default?
If the example that I gave you, which you're ignoring, if a police were to
I've been stopped by the police. Okay.
And what has been your...
I paid my ticket and I drove on my way.
But unfortunately, not everyone has that privilege.
Here we go again.
Okay, so then it sounds like it wasn't something specific to white privilege or black privilege. It's just the fact that we had a good interaction and I gave him respect and he respected me and we went about our day.
But in this political system, how can you say that black people have privilege? In this political environment, how can you say that a black person has privilege?
I believe everyone has privilege because we all bring something different to the table.
But what is black privilege?
Some people, I just told you didn't like my answer.
That is not black privilege.
That is just to blame all of your problems on everyone else. The white man, the system, you know, you go ahead.
Okay, so just one example that we could use is the modern push toward diversity, equity, and inclusion. So we know for a fact that Black individuals have been prioritized when it comes to making hiring decisions, when it comes to being admitted in schools. The standards have been lowered across the board, whether it's admissions into schools, whether it's acceptance into jobs, prioritization into promotions into management. And there have been active pushes to actually say, we are no longer going to hire white men. We are no longer going to take any more white students. We are no longer going to allow white management in our company. So based solely off of the color of your skin, if you are a Black individual, you are being given preferential treatment in the workplace, in academia, and just about every aspect of life that you can imagine. So how is it not privilege if just by showing up with the color of your skin, you're being told you're going to be allowed to advance, while the white students and white people in the workplace are being told you're not going to be allowed to advance?
Privilege is invisible to those who have it. You will never know what you have until it's gone.
Would you date a white guy?
No. Oh, that got Cody's.
You are really dumb. For real.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
I wouldn't because they weird. They weird.
Hold on. But when a white person says the same thing about Black people, they're called racist. We all have preferences, which is very normal. If a Black person just wants to date solely Black people, there's nothing wrong with that. If a white person wants to date only white people, there's also nothing wrong with that. If a Black or white person wants to date outside of their race, and I know so many people have issues with that, personally, I don't see any problem with that. As long as it's not a sin, which obviously is not a sin to date outside of your race, what's the issue? My issue is that majority of Black people who make such statements don't keep the same energy. Like, you can't say those things and then get offended or call white people racist for doing the same thing that you just did, because that would mean that you're also racist. And yes, Black people can be racist too.
The double standards have created a monster. Black people are becoming the hate they once despised. The sad part is, they can't even see it unfolding right before their eyes.
If I'm walking down the street and I see a Black man with a white woman, there's a weakness in him.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Ooh, something in him is weak.
I agree. And do you know what that something that's weak in him is? His tolerance for drama, his tolerance for verbal recoil, his tolerance for being emasculated, insulted, disrespected, denigrated, his tolerance for being embarrassed, his tolerance for being subjected to histrionic, erratic, and impulsive behaviors that might result in him needing to physically defend himself from her or other men on her side.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
I would rather be a smart man with a weak tolerance for Black women's confrontational and inflammatory attitudes than a strong and stupid Black man who adheres to some politically correct tribal ideology that may be detrimental to his physical, mental, and emotional health because he wants to do it for the culture instead of his own sanity.
That's funny. If it was a Black woman and a white man, they'd love it. They're quick to divest. Save yourself, Black man. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated.
When this student claimed that LeBron James is greater than Michael Jordan,
Stop it. Get some help.
Charlie Kirk fired back immediately and left him speechless.
How do you define greatness?
I define greatness as in what someone has been able to accomplish within the time they're in the league. So that's what I think contributes to greatness.
Do you think it's easier to score points in 2025 or in 1995 in the NBA?
It's easier.
Which one is easier? Is it easier to score points in 2025 or in 1995?
I think it's easier to score points now, most definitely now.
Okay, so therefore, when we look at point totals of LeBron,
yeah.
we got to take that with an asterisk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because where was defense more emphasized, in the early 90s NBA or today?
Defense was definitely more emphasized in the early 90s, right?
Hold on.
Okay.
When was the NBA more popular, 90s or today?
I think the NBA is more popular today.
No, it's not even close. NBA's gone down. It's a joke.
No,
I think LeBron even admits it.
Basketball fans,
ratings are way down. No, that's okay. I'm working with you here, Jerome.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get you to a place of completion. The last 10 years, who's been the face of the NBA?
Like LeBron.
In the 90s, who was the face of the NBA?
Jordan.
Wait, so Jordan made the NBA more popular and LeBron made the NBA a joke?
No.
It's like a 3-point contest. No one plays defense. So the league of LeBron is going into a place of irrelevance. Jordan left the league at the highest ratings ever with a cultural phenomenon the way we've never seen before. I don't know. I define greatness also as what do you do to the league? And I'm happy to tell it to LeBron. Another question, though, which is I define greatness based on pressure, right?
Okay. Yeah.
How many NBA finals did Jordan lose?
He lost. He didn't lose.
6-0. How many has LeBron lost?
He lost. Okay.
Well, Bill Russell had a better team than MJ, but that's okay. We'll talk about Bill Russell. We can talk about Bird. It's a totally different game. I would lose. Trust me. So Kobe's better than LeBron. That's a thought crime. So, but no, let's stay on this. So, but LeBron has lost, my memory, at least 5 or 6 finals. At least. I mean, every team, he's lost one with the Cavaliers. He lost one with the Heat. He lost one. He's lost all over the place. And so Jordan redefined the game. He brought the NBA from irrelevancy to the most popular phenomenon in every country around the world. And also, let me just ask a question. When you go to the inner city, you go to Chicago, you go to Atlanta, do you say, hey, man, are you wearing Jordans? Or do you say, hey, are you wearing LeBrons?
Liberals tried to label him as a racist, misogynist, a fascist. But in reality, he was a husband, a father, and a son. A human being with the right to live and the right to free speech. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. You will be missed.